Christopher Bell walked away from one of the scariest crashes at Michigan this season. But here's the thing, the story doesn't end there. Because despite a confirmed wrist fracture, Bell is not sitting out. He's racing this weekend. And that decision has a lot of NASCAR fans talking. Here's everything you need to know. And hey, real quick, if you're a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We're pushing toward our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every single week. All right, let's get into it. So here's what went down on Sunday at Michigan International Speedway. Lap 148, Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott were running close, battling for second position. At first, nobody saw it coming. Elliott lost the nose of his Chevrolet over a bump in turn 3 and slid right up into Bell. That contact set Bell straight into the wall, hard enough that it actually required a safer barrier repair. But it didn't stop there. As the cars came back up the track, Elliott hit the left side of Bell's car a second time, so Bell took 2 major hits. And that second impact, that's where things got serious. Now both drivers climbed out under their own power. Elliott actually walked over to Bell and the two shared a brief side hug, a quiet moment right there on the track after a violent crash. Both drivers were then taken to the infield care center for evaluation. However, there was one detail that immediately stood out. Elliott was out of the care center within minutes. Bell wasn't. He remained inside for more than half an hour. And when he finally came out, he used the side entrance. He didn't stop to speak with the media. And that's when people started wondering if something was really wrong. After the race, team owner Joe Gibbs addressed the situation directly. He confirmed that Bell had injuries to both his wrist and his ankle, and those injuries would need to be monitored heading into the weekend. Now, a lot of fans were asking the same question, is Christopher Bell actually going to be okay to race at Pocono? What happened next surprised everyone. The answer came directly from Joe Gibbs Racing. Bell returned home to North Carolina and underwent x-rays. Those x-rays confirmed it. A fractured left wrist, a real injury, not something minor, not something you simply shake off. But despite that diagnosis, Bell has been cleared to race. Joe Gibbs Racing confirmed that he will be behind the wheel of the number 20 Toyota Camry XSE this weekend at Pocono Raceway. And Bell himself released a statement. He thanked everyone who reached out. He specifically acknowledged his doctors, Joe Gibbs Racing, NASCAR, and the drivers who came before him for helping build the safety standards that protect drivers today. Then he ended the statement with 4 simple words: see you in Pocono. And honestly, that says everything. That's the mindset, that's the determination, that's the competitor fans have come to know. But there's another layer to this story, because where Bell sits in the championship standings makes this decision even more significant. He's currently 10th in the standings, and by all accounts, Bell has had race-winning speed throughout the season. Week after week, he's shown he can contend. The problem is, the results haven't always followed. Misfortune has seemed to find him at nearly every turn, so every race matters, every point matters, and every opportunity matters. Pocono matters. After that comes a street race in San Diego, then Sonoma Raceway. The schedule isn't slowing down. It's getting tougher, and Bell clearly doesn't want to give up any ground. But that's still not the end of the story, because there's one more important development that shouldn't be overlooked. NASCAR has officially opened a safety review process alongside Joe Gibbs Racing following this crash. JGR transported Bell's car back to its shop in Huntersville, North Carolina on Sunday night. That review is now underway, and that tells you something. This wasn't viewed as just another racing incident. The sport is taking a very close look at what happened, and the findings from that process could have implications that extend far beyond Christopher Bell. It matters for every driver who straps into a race car. So there you have it, Christopher Bell, fractured left wrist, cleared to race, and headed to Pocono. Now, I'll leave you with this question. With Bell carrying a wrist injury, sitting in a difficult championship position, and facing a challenging stretch of races ahead, do you think he made the right call by racing through it? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely want to hear what you think. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to NASCAR Nation News. We bring you real NASCAR coverage from real fans every single week. We'll see you in the next one.